You're listening to Off the Stage.
And welcome to Off the Stage. It's a show where we take musicians off the stage and into the pub to talk about the ins and outs of the music world. We are in the ship ISIS, and we are joined. It's kind of got like a special, this one, isn't it? Because we're you're musicians, but you're putting on a festival, and this is why we're here. However, before we get into that, we need to get into, because we always skip this question: what are we drinking? And I've forgotten what I drink, actually. I think it's called poop.
You've really rambled out of this.
I know, I really have.
Berry Hagman, I'm Conor Michael.
Oh, yeah.
We're here with the guys from Veritas Festival. What are you guys drinking?
You know what it is, right? I've ran straight from work, parked up, grabbed everything, I've just been non-stop, so my brain's still kind of like... Anyway, I'm going to just calm down and drink my beer while you all have a chat.
I'm Nick. I'm one of the co-runners of Veritas Festival. Murphy's. I was saying to Joe earlier downstairs when we saw it that it's the first time since we put on part of a festival in Leeds, the first time that I've seen it actually in a pub, so ecstatic to actually see it.
It's more popular now. Like, I've seen it in a few other places.
It's better than Guinness.
Yeah, well, it's always the kind of rival, isn't it? But I know that Guinness messed a lot of brewers around a few years back with like the shortage and stuff like that. So I think a lot of people have kind of like, I think Murphy's have went in and kind of thought, oh, well...
kind of bridge that gap.
Yeah.
I think the first time I had Murphy's was at City Vaults in Newcastle. We're talking like 5-6 years ago. That's the first time I started seeing them popping up.
Yeah.
There's obviously like Dirty Murphy's now.
So they just sell Murphy's.
Just do Murphy's
they
and
don't
like
sell
lagers and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's their kind of like fight against it.
Nice.
Like we said, they've also got sister chains that are predominantly Guinness, but you know,
play
it's the
both sides.
same fight.
You can never lose.
That's it. That's the idea, isn't it?
Like you introduce yourself.
I'm Joe. I'm also the other person who puts it on. I'm on an alcohol-free cider. I'm driving, so I'm the lift today. So.
Absolutely fine. I'm doing a dry April, so I'm on lemonade. Trying to sort of set ready for me stag do next month.
That's fair enough. That's fair enough. Rest of the way.
Do that, shouldn't I?
No, it's even funnier.
Yeah, that's it. That'd be a mess.
So you're saying obviously co-owners to Veritas. Is there anyone else behind the scenes, or is it just you two that are doing it?
Just us two.
Just us.
Also, we source people for like posters and that because we are terrible at that sort of thing.
Yeah,
but
haven't
like
went AI yet.
No.
Never
going down that route. Never going down that route.
We will always find. We prefer local.
Yeah.
Like for the Newcastle festivals, like we've done it for years. We've done it in Doncaster. We've done it in Leeds. We've done it in Newcastle. We've always found an artist local to that area.
Brilliant.
To put it on because they'll know more about the city.
I would say
they know the vibes of the place.
Yeah.
The closest was we had a lad called Ben who, when we sort of were in Leeds, he was in a band with me in Leeds, and we used him for sort of posters and that. But that was the closest we sort of got to someone else coming in.
Yeah.
We've been doing it,
side of it
12 years now, and it's been us two the whole time.
Yeah. That's cool. So how did you come about? Like, why did you decide to make a festival, is the question I was going to ask.
So we were in a band at the time, and before it was a festival, it was Veritas Promotions. Up until very recently, it was always called Veritas Promotions, and we put on Veritas Festival. And we weren't very good, this band that we were in.
No, we were good.
We were terrible. But it was sort of one of them where we were always the first to arrive and the last to leave, and we'd always help and stuff. So I think we got invited back purely on the principle of like we were quite polite.
Nice.
Yeah.
We'd stay for all the bands, blah blah blah.
Such an underrated quality, by the way.
Yeah.
Even as the touring band, we'd offer gear because we would just take everything. We'd take cabs. Like obviously, you'd take your breakables and stuff, and we'd just offer them out. We're going to be here all night.
Yeah.
Use them.
If you want them, use them. And I think it was. We sent one email to someone in London, and we were like 19, 20 from Doncaster, never been to London. It was like, look, you've got this gig that we would really fit on. We'll come down for free. We'll play when you open doors. Like, just give us a chance. And all we got back was, if you can't sell 100 tickets, don't bother emailing. So it was just like, oh, right, okay. And then we played a gig in Nottingham. Yes, this is what made us think, you know what, we could do this. And it was this American band had won this competition. It was like an all expenses paid trip to England for like a tour.
I think they've got like 15 to 20 dates booked all around the country, like between all 4 countries on the island. And they were 5 in, and then that was Nottingham.
Yeah, and we arrived and we were setting up, and the sound guy turned up, and then the venue manager came over and he was like, "Oh, who's paying for the venue?" And we were like, "Oh, the promoter." And he was like, "I haven't heard from him in weeks." And we were like, "Oh, right, okay." And this venue manager was like, "Either you can put it on the gig and risk it and pay up at the end of the night, or we can just cancel." So luckily I knew a couple of people from uni who, luckily it was uni break and they were back in Nottingham, and I was like, rung them and I was like, "You need to come down and bring as many people as you physically can.
Yeah.
This is what's happened." And I think we managed to just scrape by.
It was scraped by, and each band got about a £5.
Yeah, well, that's broke even, you know.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
For us, that were a win.
Yeah.
Sure, we lost out on petrol money. Everybody lost out on petrol money, but we didn't have to fork out for the venue.
Yeah.
So that didn't matter. So in our eyes, it's a win.
Yeah.
Massive
And,
win.
It's a situation you're in. That's proper shit for the promoters.
The absolute shit show outside, like between the 3-4 bands that were there, we were just like, what is going on? How has this guy just left us in this? And he's down in Norwich, somewhere like that. And we found out from the American band that he'd booked everything, and he'd not been to a single show, and that he'd not sorted out anything. But then afterwards, we'd messaged around because, again, from us going and touring and being the nice guys that would do everything, we knew quite a lot of promoters. So we'd message people, be like, "Look, this is what's going on. Their tour's on with you next week. Sack him off, his gig off, but still put the band on.
Yeah.
Like, still look after the band.
Yeah.
But we'll tell you right now, he ain't turning up."
Yeah.
Yeah, he probably won't even pay it. Well, I think they were lucky that the first few gigs were like free to hire venues.
Yeah.
So it ran quite smoothly, but that was the first sort of paid venue, and it really sort of put a thorn in their side. And as I say, we were messaging these people in like Glasgow being like, "Has he paid? No. We'll try and sort something out, but he's not going to turn up. He's not going to pay." Like, he's just... And luckily, I think most of the tour got saved, but some did get cancelled because... Hello.
Yeah, the tour got saved back.
That was perfect timing, that wasn't it?
That was, in a cheesy way, the light bulb moment.
Get out.
We might as well just end right now. Just
we were driving back and we were like, we could do this. Like, we could easily put this on. And we went to our local venue, who was one of them venues that you could hire for free, and they'd normally give you a couple of £100 to put on the night. Like,
not even a couple of hundred. We used to get like 60 quid to start with.
It's been that long.
60 quid.
But they'd also give like some free beers for the bands and that. And we were like, "Look, we want to put on some shows, maybe one a month." And they were like, "Yeah, go for it." And then about a year in, when
we first had the idea for the festival, it was to have it at the venue that like became our home, so to speak, and another venue across the road. We wanted to do it with 2 stages where there were no clashes, and you could just run between. You had 5 minutes, like you see a lot of festivals doing now with 2 stages. And we spoke to the venue that had like become our home, and they're like, "Just do it here. We'll give you more money and just put it all on here." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So we ended up putting on there for 5 years,
something like
6 years, something like that. And they were just really good to us. They would just give us money, and they would try to help us with bringing bands from all around the country, and we'd try to build up the local scene in Doncaster. And we tried for years and years and years.
Didn't work.
And it didn't work. It's still not worked. But yeah, that first venue, the Woolpack, it was great. Really great.
Yeah, they stuck through all our stupid ideas, and it got to a point where we were putting on like one a week, and I was doing uni, you were training to be a barber, I think, at the time, and it was just, we were putting on anyone, and you'd get to like the gig and you'd be like, "Oh, have you listened to these?" "Nope." "Have you listened to these?" "Nope."
Yeah,
and that was the point where you stood back and go, maybe we need to rein it in a bit, because we're doing too much, and the quality's then suffering.
Yeah, that's
so.
Yeah.
We pulled it back to, and it's now pretty much just the festival.
Just the festival.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I love that story though. It's just like it's the incompetence of someone else. You go, "Fine, I'll do it," and it's just like. But the thing is, you obviously know what you're passionate about the local scene. You're passionate about music, so. And I don't know why some of these promoters get into the game when they can't be arsed themselves, because it's not...
It's an easy cash grab, they think, innit?
I think they must think it's an easy cash grab, and then...
That's what they think. And then they realise, I'm not going to turn up.
Which is why they realise how much money they're not getting, and they go, "Oh, well, I'm not going to... I'll just sack it off." Because I remember, like, I'm back in the day when, like, the promoter's job was just make a Facebook group event, and that's all they did, you know. Just
Yeah.
And then that's why didn't you sell tickets? No, well, I'm not the promoter, you see. Just like
I think it is also very much a partnership because, like, I think the days of promoters selling out venues is gone. Like, it's very difficult to create that community around one promoter. So I think it is a lot. I'm not saying like we don't do anything. The band's fans are who buys the tickets. Like, it's very rare now that you see it. Like, there's a few places in Newcastle that have that community. Like, I know Venom Promotions who put on Venom Fest and Tiny Queer have such great community around them. We're trying to build that. Like,
slowly.
We're starting to see little bits of that because we're 3 years into Newcastle now.
4.
We're coming. This will be the fourth.
Will be the fourth
one.
in Newcastle. Yeah.
So we're trying to build that community, and it takes a while, especially if you're doing one a year.
Yeah.
That it just you finish it and then you go, right, what's the next one? And you go, it's in a year's time, but so it's a slow burn.
Are you seeing the progress to it though? Like, you seeing returning people?
Yeah. Slowly but surely.
Yeah.
You got to try and step up everything, haven't you? Like, we started at Trillions in Newcastle, as great as it is. We've now moved to Anarchy. Like, you get the whole venue. Like, that's a good venue. It's a really good vibe. Like,
class.
It's
proper class
because you've got like you've always got like a foyer, but you can have have like vendors as well, which I love that venue, to be honest.
I think last year's it's always on a Saturday, and then on the Monday you've gone home on the Sunday normally, and we'll normally phone on Monday, Tuesday, and we'll have a sort of a debrief of how we felt it went. And that was the first time, I think, in a long time we've gone, that's what we want. Yeah. This is how we've always envisioned the festival. It just had a vibe about it that...
It was different. It was bigger. It wasn't just a day of a gig.
Yeah.
It wasn't just a day of bands in some room. It actually felt like a festival. It actually felt like an old day that had been put on in a purposeful venue with, like you said, there's a kind of a foyer thing.
Yeah.
That's where we had all the bands with merch, and then there's a food vendor.
Yeah.
And then you walk through some big doors into the full venue where the band's at the other end of the hall, and there's all this lighting and everything, and it's like, this feels like a venue.
Yeah.
This isn't just the small venues that we came up in that we'd love. I mean, like, we're doing a launch night before the festival, which is at the Globe, which is just one of them small rooms where you put a gig on. But we're past putting on a full day in these small rooms.
Yeah.
And now, like you said, the following day or the day after that, we're like, that felt right.
Yeah.
That felt like where we need to be.
The next
moving
step
to.
For Veritas,
Also, the other thing about Anarchy, good beer.
Yeah.
Great beer.
You love the beer.
There's not just plastic glass Carlin that you'd get like in other places.
Mate, me and my partner took on 2 boxes full, and we have now we've peeled all the stickers off of them, put them on a bit of board, and then put them in a frame.
Oh,
We've
nice.
now got that up in our kitchen.
That's pretty cool.
It's ace. It's best thing in the house.
That's awesome.
It's ace.
You were saying, obviously, you got the launch day before. We should mention this, obviously. The date of it, the festival is on the 30th of May.
Yes.
Launch day is always 29th.
Yeah.
How do people get tickets to the pre-day, the launch
So,
day? Is that the same kind of like just buy a ticket, or have you got like a guest list thing? Or
both events, tickets are on Fatsoma. We only use Fatsoma. It's one of those sites that don't rip fees from bands and promoters and that. They just put like I think it's 10% on top.
Yeah.
So like
Up to a certain price, I think it then gets a bit more, but it's 10%.
they put their fee on, and if you want to sell a ticket at tenner, you will get a tenner.
Yeah.
And
I
it's
think,
always
I think the person pays like 11 quid or something.
they pay.
Yeah.
It's like a 10% fee on top, and it's one of them where you buy tickets for like the artist you want to support. It doesn't get you in just for that band, obviously, it gets you in for the full event. But we've always built Veritas on, if we're doing like ticket splits, it will always be the majority for the band. Like at least 60% for the band, 40 like for us. So it's it's just ticketed through Fatsoma.
Yeah.
That's cool. Here's a question I've just thought of now, by the way. If there's someone, because I think there should be more people like you who like think I want to put on this festival, because I think it's a great thing, especially for bands who want to people, not just people to discover new acts, but for acts to be discovered by new people.
Yeah.
I think festivals are actually a brilliant way of doing it. I think there should be more, and obviously it's an hard, it is a tough world, isn't it? Like in terms of getting tickets and stuff. If somebody wanted to put on their own festival, think, I want to do this, I want to put this thing. In your minds, what would be the first thing or the most important thing to look for?
A decent venue, I would say, like a good. I think the main bit of advice I would say is don't run before you can walk. We have been there's so many times where we'll run away with ideas and then we'll go, hang on, chill out a bit.
Yes, just think back,
pull it back in.
Yeah.
Let's think practical. Work out your costings as well. Like, it is so easy to rack up costs now. Like, oh, you want a photographer? That's amazing. That's another cost. You want a videographer? Another cost. Like, it can rack up really easily, can't it?
Very quickly. Very quickly you can add zeros.
Yeah.
And you need to be able to recoup them costs with never expect to recoup it at a sellout. Never say, oh, if it sells out 100%, then you need to bring that number down drastically. Yeah. I always run at 40%. So 40% of Anarchy is what, 200? So we need 200 sales to cover them costings. So that's what I would say. You need to,
like the bottom line, isn't it? Really, like this.
Unless you are ridiculously confident that you are gonna do more than that.
Yeah.
I think it's always best to underestimate yourselves, because otherwise, if you think, oh, I'm gonna sell out, and you don't, like,
it won't.
I mean, how many gigs are we seeing nowadays that are being pulled for low ticket sales? Like, everyone's leaving it to the last minute. Like, we've done this long enough now that we can sit there and wait because we know it's going to pick up. But a lot of promoters aren't, and that's the thing. I think if you're also wanting to go to a festival, get your tickets early. Like, it really helps the promoters out. Like, it really does.
It's good gauge, isn't it? Because it's like,
but as I say, start with the fundamentals. Get your costings. Sit down and make sure you're comfortable with it, because as I say, you can rack up dead easy.
But then to expand on what you were saying, get a good venue, a venue that's going to work with you, and a venue that will help with marketing, with promoting, with maybe some of the costs if possible.
Yeah.
And work closely with them, and then just grow together.
Yeah.
And go around it that way.
It's just, it's being consistent as well, isn't it? It's like you might not, if you wanted to have something long term, don't expect to sell out the first year or so. Just keep it.
Just open that conversation with the venue.
Yeah.
The worst they can say is no. Like, that's literally all we did with the first one. So we went to our venue and went, look, we're thinking of this idea. What do you think? And they went, this is what we'll offer you. Let's have fun.
Yeah.
Like, let's try and get the ball rolling.
There's no stupid questions.
But like, I had an idea for a festival, and it's a bit of a silly one, but I think I don't know. It's very. I think it's a bit too egotistical for us to actually put on, because it was going to be called Glass on Berry Festival, where kind of, you've got like the Burning Man, where at the end of the festival you have the ceremonial of the burning of the man. I think you could do the same with the Green Man Festival. Well, at the end of my festival, I'd down a pint and I'd put the glass on berry. But then it would be like a countdown. People go, whoa, me down it and go, way, and that would be the end of the festival. That's the only idea I've got. I've got nothing else.
He
just wants to be in a group.
I think that's worse than what he said.
Yeah, it is a really bad idea.
Get
out. I'm going to go now.
You know, when you were saying there was no stupid ideas or questions.
That one's
it's why I did preface it. I think it's quite a silly idea.
I think we'll take a short break. We'll come back and chat more questions from Instagram, and we'll forget about Berry's Festival.
Glass on Berry.
See you in part 2
coming next year.
We're back, baby!
3, 2, 1, and back in I don't know why that.
Welcome back to part 2.
I was going to say, you reminded me of Little Britain.
Jesus.
So obviously we've got the launch show is the 29th of May. The actual festival is on the 30th.
Yes.
What is your lineup?
Oh, right. We'll start with the launch show.
Okay.
Yeah. Launch show Friday night. We've gone for Cane Rouge is open up. They're like a alternative rock trio. Yeah, trio. That's the stuff. Just making sure I've got the right amount of members. Then we've got Last Case Scenario, who are pop punk extraordinaires, like they know what they're doing. Then we have
Trigger Thumb.
no Mule.
Is it?
Yeah, Mule, like shoegazy, title fight, that sort of stuff. Then we've got Trigger Thumb, who are really long-term friends of Veritas. Like they've been with us for,
I'll say 10 years.
yeah, probably coming up 10 years.
Yeah.
They are just mad. Like, I think they call themselves like ADHD core or something. It's just like,
Did you ever see a band from Newcastle called Ket?
Heard of them.
yeah,
They're
they're
like
them.
Bradford's
Yeah.
version of Ket.
Yeah.
Okay.
right, okay.
They're just
Weird,
time signatures
man.
all over. Like they'll go from screaming to just like opera. It's just
Okay.
yeah. They take some up before they write the music. I know that. My God. And then we have Shallow headlining. They're just balls to the wall grunge. Like
Yeah.
really really good. And then the main day, Strays are opening. Good Night Kid. Patience from Leeds.
Bright as the Sun.
Bright as the Sun, who was a brand new band. Ever from, I think they're from Grimsby.
Lincoln.
They're around there,
Lincolnshire.
Grimsby, that
I'll say
sort of
Lincolnshire.
area.
Okay.
Tired of Fighting, 1080
1080
Trees, Hive Mind, Head Cage, Lust Out.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You're really testing us there.
That's how we sell the tickets over there.
But our main aim, I'd say, is to bring a sort of bigger UK known headliner alongside, like maybe another out of town, but really showcase northeast
Yeah.
talent. Like,
This is the main aim, is to bring the bigger band that should bring a crowd,
Yeah, cool.
to then bring in another out of towner that's maybe's not come up here before or
Yeah.
whatever, but then fill it with solid bands from Newcastle
Yeah.
or like Sunderland or anything that should get the recognition that maybe this band could bring in.
Have you got any names in mind that you want to target in the next few years to bring it for a headline?
yes, there's been a lot of emails sent out,
Yeah.
a lot of nice discussions, lots of numbers, lots of zeros.
Yeah.
That's the thing as well. Like, I don't think people talk enough as well, because you have a number in mind, you'll email a band and it's like triple what you're expecting. I'm like, right, okay, never mind, back to the drawing board, we'll pick someone else. Like,
There's no consistency to it at all.
Yeah.
Like, let's say, excuse me, let's say Lastel are on about 45,000 monthly on Spotify, and they're this number. So let's say 90,000.
yeah,
Well, are they going to be double? No, they might be the same price,
Yeah.
or they might be cheaper. Who knows? There's no consistency to it, like
Yeah.
between metrics and cost. So we could look at a band and go, all right, well, they're on 170,000 monthly listeners. They should be roughly this. And we'll email them and they'll be double, triple what we've got in our mind. And we're like, oh, wow, we're wildly off.
Yeah, yeah.
oh yeah, like,
Wildly off.
I saw a band at a day festival that was in Newcastle, and I was like, oh, they should be within our price range. Like, I know they'll sell really well. Like, even if we don't make a lot of money, like bringing a band like that adds another layer of like, oh, this is a festival to be taken seriously. And we emailed, and it was like tens of thousands, and I was like, oh, hi, I'm way off here. Never mind. Thank you very much for your time. Goodbye. But like, it just, you can't call it. You just got to send that email and
Just say, because the worst thing you can either
Yeah,
ignore it, or
yeah,
you can,
yeah.
they're either going to tell you a price
No.
and you can afford it, or
No, worst thing that they can do is say, send us an offer.
oh
Because
god,
then you're like, well, what am I saying? Like,
I'm
how
now
many
shooting
zeros
in the
do I have to
dark.
put in on this?
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Just put
am I
£10.
putting...
we'll haggle.
Go on, please.
it's
Let's
even
meet
worse
in
when you're
middle.
like, you send an offer and you, yeah, couple of pints, that'll do. I'll get you a crate of beer. It's alright.
Yeah.
But like, you'll send an offer and they'll go, oh, you're way off.
So give me a number.
Tell me what they want then.
Yeah.
Like, just tell me.
They're hoping that you'll say like £20,000,
Yeah.
and that's what they're wanting to
Yeah,
go.
to go
yeah.
over.
Yeah.
And we'll never go over.
No.
Like, our
We're too
general
tight.
rule is, if they say send us an offer, we'll either massively lowball what we're expecting, or we just won't answer them.
Yeah.
We'll be like, look, I'm not offering you. You give me a number. You've got the thing that I want to buy. You give me,
Yeah, that's
a
it.
price.
How much do we buy it for?
like,
And as much as we've been doing this for like 12 years, we're still very small. Like, we deal with mostly local and up and coming acts. Like, we don't know what these people want. Like, just
Yeah.
send us a number.
yeah.
And we'll just say yes or no.
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing. But yes, we have, I don't want to say too much because I know we'll probably bring some up later. Like, but we have names, there's emails, there's nice chats.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Cool. Well, we've got some Instagram questions that have come through. We've got 4 of them to get through. At Mrs. Berry Insta said, apart from Veritas, what's your favourite UK festival?
I'll let you answer first because I know exactly what your answer's going to be.
2,000 Trees. Absolutely 2,000 trees.
Desperate to go. I was absolutely gutted to miss it this year because I was gigging because Alkaline Trio, all-time favourite band.
Fair.
Turns out they were in Newcastle, so I've got tickets to the Newcastle one. So I'm like,
Class.
get in there. But I'd love, next year I'm going to make sure I boot that off because I love 2,000. Like, not that I've ever been, but I love every time I've seen like the headlines. I'm like, these are the bands I like.
Like,
You know?
Trees is class. It's such a nice, like, family vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's, well, up until last year, I'd not been for a couple of years. I don't know when they changed it. There weren't really barriers between camping and the arena.
Oh,
There's not really now, but it's just more of a wristband check.
Yeah.
But you can take your own drinking, you can take your own food,
Yeah,
and
so
it's not
it's-
like major festivals where they're like, oh no, we need to pat you down and check everything. The promoters literally send out an email saying, look, take your own booze in, but do us a favour, buy a few pints.
Yeah.
And I feel like them saying that way, I'm more inclined to do it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm more inclined
Like
to
help
go,
each other out kind of thing.
I'm going to take a few in, but then I'm going to buy a few at end of the night.
Yeah.
Instead of going, oh, I've got to buy them all day. Well, I'm not going to.
Yeah.
It is. It's a different mentality, isn't it? Because you'll know if you bring a few in yourself, because you'll find, especially if it's like that, you'll find vendors who have like good beer selections that you'll want to buy. It's like it's not. I imagine they're not going, oh, please buy a few cheap Carlin and flipping plastic cups. You know, you're going to get some decent beers. I imagine anyway.
I remember a few years ago where one of my friends owns a cider company, Ascension Cider, and he was like their choice for cider. So they run 2,000 Trees in Art Tangent as well. Art Tangent's like the weirder metal math side of stuff. It's great. Really recommend it. And like, what other festivals do you see that use small businesses, small little breweries? It's ace. But like with Trees, you've got 4 main stages, and there's only 2 stages on at once.
Yeah.
So you've got no real clashes. Then you've got the Forest stage, which is on all day. Which is usually some of your bigger bands that are higher up on the other stages. They're just doing an acoustic stage in Forest.
Yeah.
And if you want to just go chill out, it's ace, man. It really is. So 2,000 Trees.
Yeah.
Top tier festival. Recommend it to everyone.
As much as like I'm a music lover and put on a festival and gig and that, I'm such not a festival person. Like I much prefer my own bed, my own toilet. Like if I could do a festival, but like teleport home.
Yeah.
So I tend to see a lot of day festivals I'll go to, but I think to keep it local, Make a Scene Festival in Middlesbrough, I think Ash, who runs that, does an incredible thing. It's very much like what we do, or what we're trying to do now. Bring in your bigger acts, have your locals like throughout the day, really push that local scene, but also bringing in a bigger name. So I would say Make a Scene.
Yeah.
It'd be great if there was like a festival, what's it called, like Travel Lodge Festival.
Oh, yeah. I'm more of a Premier Inn, to be fair.
But instead of camping, just like a Travel Lodge.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got tickets for 2,000 Trees this year, whether I go, because we were going to go and you've backed out, so I'm now on my own. So whether I go or not is another thing. Whether I just sell my ticket, we'll see. But that is one that I have been wanting to.
Trees is a festival that you can very much go to by yourself.
Yeah.
Like, it's very much a festival you can turn up with a bag full of stuff in a tent, and whoever you pitch up next to, you're going to be mates for the weekend. It really is. It's class. Massively love that festival. But I'll have to see Micah instead.
Yeah.
Bastard. Is that in London? Is it?
Yeah, it's a
I'm going to
Wembley.
London on Friday.
We're off on the Saturday.
Oh, awesome.
We got 3 questions from Captain K Morgan 13. The first one is, what have been some of the key things that you've learned since the formation of the festival?
Don't say yes too quickly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ironic.
Sit and talk about things.
Yeah.
Because one of us will have an idea and we're like, all right, let's run with this. Let's run with it. And then a month or 2 down the line, we'll go, actually, maybe it's not. Maybe this is not the best thing for us to do. Or it might spawn another idea. So, okay, I'll go back on that. Maybe say yes, but then don't do it immediately.
Yeah.
So yeah, don't say yes too quickly or too soon.
Yeah.
Sit and think.
It's life advice that as well, isn't it?
Well, yeah, true.
But also in a way, trust your gut.
Absolutely.
Like, you know what you want, you know what bands you want and that, like, and also just send an email. The worst they can do is ignore it or say no. Like, the amount of people we've emailed at some points in our career and gone, we ain't getting these. There's not a chance they're going to come to Doncaster.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, they're confirmed on the poster, and you're like, oh,
Wow.
fair enough. Like,
How do you find the emails? Is it like just messaging, like, is it
either
like
that-
searching, or is it like they've all got agents?
it's
and
all very different. Like, some bigger acts will have it in their bio, they'll have it in like a little contact me button on Instagram or whatever, or just Googling. It's all online. Like,
Yeah.
all these agency websites have all their rosters
Yeah.
online.
I mean, really, they want to be found. They want
Yeah,
to be.
yeah.
They want work. It doesn't matter how big they are. They want work, don't
Yeah,
they? You
yeah.
know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
And then a lot of the time, once you've emailed once, you'll be on their like mailing list. Like, I can't remember who we emailed about originally, but we emailed like some act, and then now we're getting emails for like the most random acts. Like, we had one for JLS the other week.
Daniel
Just like, we're obviously
Bedingfield.
on this like massive agents mailing list, but it's like, JLS, you obviously don't know what Veritas Festival is. Daniel Bedingfield, like Blazing Squad,
Yeah.
weird.
yeah.
But obviously we've emailed about one act, and we've just been put on their mailing list, and every agent who is sending out like feelers to everyone, it's obviously not just to us, it'll be to
Yeah.
hundreds of email addresses. But I think I opened like the, not junk, but like the secondary folder on Gmail that we never go into, and I was like, there's a JLS email here, there's a Daniel Bedingfield,
I
like,
think that'd still be a good banger.
I'm gonna
of
say,
it.
I tell you what,
Honestly, it'd sell out.
I'll be zeros.
if Download can have Venga Boys, Veritas can have Daniel Bedingfield.
If I know
what I'm saying.
if we could afford JLS, we'd have JLS. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. It's just how many zeros are going to be on that number?
Yeah, I know, that's true.
Too many.
Yeah.
Too many in short, yeah.
Second question from Morgan is: do you prefer artists that are more audience engaging, or ones that are more technical music based?
Can I cheat and say somewhere right in between?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because
You've got to have a bit of everything, haven't you?
for the fan, I would assume that it's more audience engaging. Like, if you go and watch a band and the vocalist is all over the place and he's up in the crowd and everything, and you know they're all over the stage. Typically, 9 times out of 10, a person in that audience will enjoy it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, well, it depends. Like, I'd say comparison to a different gig where it's just 4 musicians that are stood there just staring down and doing this. You're going to enjoy that as much as the other one? Maybe because you've gone to see that.
Yeah.
But I don't know, for us,
It's a bit of both. I think
it is that fine line in between of, if they can engage the crowd, great, because the crowd are having a better time than they already were.
Yeah.
But then I also want you to be good at your instrument, good at your music, and I want you to be able to perform it live to a really good level.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's somewhere in between, which is a boring answer.
I think there's like 2 versions in a musician. You've got the music fan who likes to see the show, and then you've got the musician who loves those bands that are just so intricate, and you're just like, I could never play that, but I'm really enjoying what you're playing, like Animals Leaders or Intervals or Pliny, like
Polyphia.
all these.
Do you want to go see Polyphia or Let Live?
Yeah,
Like-
they're 2 very different bands that you as a person will enjoy equally, but that's because, one, you're a musician, so you enjoy Periphery. Was it Periphery you said?
Polyphia.
Polyphia, because they're so intricate and they blow your little musician mind. Whereas Let Live, who are just
mental.
all over the shop,
All over.
like hanging off the chandelier, screaming into a mic, like one of the best shows I've ever seen. You enjoy that as a fan, so I think it's a bit of both, and also depends down to the band, the genre, the people. Like,
Yeah, if it's an incidental math rock band that are all over the place, jumping off of amps and doing that stuff, you're like, does this really fit?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got to.
Yeah.
You've got to
So
find.
it's all context as well. But yeah, to be really boring, somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
But also depends on what genre you're playing.
I mean, I'd say our top 2 Northeast acts are one of the other. You've got Hive Mind,
Yeah.
who are all over the shop,
Yeah.
like balls to the wall, just riffs, and then you've got Dutch Elm,
Yeah. Who
are so intricate, and
the musicians who are there just doing this, but you watch them and you're like, this is amazing.
yeah. So
This is great.
I think there's so many different factors in that there's no true answer. I don't know if you would agree, like, as musicians as well. Like, I'm sure there are bands you've seen that put on an amazing show, and then there's other bands that you're like, how on earth are you playing that? Like, you're sort of gobsmacked.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I've always liked to think I like the crowd engagement, because you go to shows and you're like, wow, that's amazing. But the best gig I've ever went to was Damien Rice, and it was just him and a guitar on a stage, and it was like everything was proper mind blowing, and down to like the lightings that they had set down.
You know the most amazing part about that gig? There was no one actually saying a single thing.
Everyone just sat and watched.
Sold out gig, and not one person was an arsehole. Like usually get at least one. There was no one. I was like, oh my god, that's talent in itself. Just like for people to be just so kind of fixated.
It was a weird one, because there was also like there was nobody singing along, and not in a sense of like, oh, I don't enjoy it. They were just all like to the point where he did an encore with Cannonball, and everybody was singing along like, so like they were just wanting to be like, we don't want to be so loud that we can't hear you, but we want to engage a little bit.
Yeah, it was we want you to know that we're enjoying it.
But like we don't want to hear this person sing. I want to hear it. And so I think it is that you're watching the perfection on stage. I think that's the difference between a musician and an artist, I guess, because you make it an art form to come and see.
I think that's the great thing about expression and creativity. It doesn't have to necessarily be 100% talent, but also it can be at the same time. It just depends on how you want to process that art and show it to the world. It's many different things, and you can. That's what I like about music, to be honest. It's such variety, and there's no right answer to things.
Yeah.
Unless you're completely out of tune, then that's another
jazz.
Yeah, that's jazz. Yeah.
Have you seen what is it, Angie?
Oh, Angie
Angie Postacoglu or whatever. Like, is that in tune?
They do half, like,
it's microtonal, but in the traditional like scales, it's not in tune.
Yeah, that's very true. Right? So I'll take that back.
Take that.
Final question we got from our Instagram is, what do you prefer, beer, cider, or spirits?
I'm a cider man.
Whatever's put in front of me, man. It depends on day.
Yeah, I'm kind of the same. I'm probably more to the beer. Like I'll just drink Guinness on a night out regardless. But if it gets to an end of a night, I do spiral into like rums and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've never been much for cider.
I do like the odd cider. I mean, I try not to do cider. Blows my head up. Like I guess Old Rosie. I wrote a song about it. Every time I mention Old Rosie, people go, "Oh God!" I wrote a song about it, and like I'm kind of every time I thought I was the only one, basically, but obviously not. But you go down, you know what? You go down south, like the Kent and stuff like that. They have more cider selection than what they do beers. It's mad, different world down there. But I am a more beer drinker, to be honest. My go-to is like if I'm in a pub, I'll look for a pint. Although I am a big whiskey lover as well. I do like my whiskies. I like to have that at the end of a night, though. It's like just a little tipple just to calm me down and relax.
It'll be good for your voice, because it's meant to kill the bacteria.
Yeah, well,
from strained vocals.
Shame it tastes like shite.
I love the shite, mate. It's great.
That's the Instagrams.
Yep.
Obviously, you've got festivals on the 30th.
Yes.
Before we close out, is there anything planned for the rest of the year?
So, we've not mentioned this, but we have got a second festival this year booked.
Maybe.
On the 7th of November.
Okay.
And
Allegedly.
not to tease much more, but we have our biggest ever headline act. Like, when we got this confirmed, we were both on the phone to each other, giggling like little schoolgirls, because it's a band that I'd say if you told us 10 years ago...
When we first started this, if you'd have said, you're going to book these, we'd have said, shut up.
Yeah. What are you talking about? And it was just one of them, you know what, we'll send an email, and it was like, very quickly the ball got rolling on, this is going to happen, and we got the email of like, yeah, all confirmed. We were like, oh my God.
Brilliant.
And
so there may be a festival in November, allegedly.
Okay. But we're not allowed to say the actor or anything, are we not? So we're just...
No.
We're not going to say
keep that
anything
close to our
just yet.
chest for
Whereabouts in
now.
the UK is this one? Is this
Same again, Newcastle.
Anarchy again?
Newcastle
Same
for
place,
now
yeah.
is our
Anarchy.
home, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah, it's Anarchy
cool.
again.
That's exciting.
That's our home for
As
the
long as,
foreseeable.
as long as they'll have us, I think,
Yeah.
at the minute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Probably.
fair enough.
Thanks, Rick.
That's cool.
I'm just going to say this to the camera. Make sure you buy your tickets to Veritas Festival, because as we've been saying, the sooner you buy them, the more of a better gauge we get to knowing how many tickets are going to get sold and, you know, if these guys are going to lose or make money. So it's very important that you get your tickets early.
and if you come to the festival,
Yes, and actually come to, yeah.
you might find out who that headliner is.
Maybe. We might be teased
that,
to
that,
us
is
in.
a, that is a
There might
cliffhanger
be
teaser.
things up around the venue.
Yeah,
Who's to say? Allegedly.
allegedly. So there we go.
No comment.
Mint. I think that's all we had. Is there anything else you want to mention or chat on?
No,
No,
not off the top of my head.
nothing is coming to mind.
Cool. I think we've kind of
I think we've covered quite a lot.
Yeah.
Don't do Glastonbury.
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 Don't tell me about Glastonbury. You'll have more emails than you realise. No, that's brilliant. Thank you very much for coming down, guys.
No,
Yeah,
thank
it's
you for
been-
having us.
I've really
Thank
enjoyed
you.
it, actually. It's
No,
been fun.
Thank you for having us.
Of course, you guys go follow Veritas Festival. They will be there forever, you know. You can follow us at Off the Stage UK. We may not be here forever. Who knows? This could be our second last podcast. We will announce that next week. And yeah,
Awesome.
see you then.
We'll see you next week. Cheers.